Okay, this is going to be my 5th time trying to make this gospel here. It's called the Grapefruit Gospel right here. See, this is grapefruit. Real live grapefruit. Okay, it's actually a Rio Star. Best kind of red grapefruit there is. It's a Rio Star grapefruit. And I'm going to have to put it down because my pet gnats love this grapefruit, okay? Now, I just told you some things about the grapefruit. I told you it was a Rio Star. I told you it was the best grapefruit there is. I could go on and 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 tell you all kinds of things about the grapefruit. But would knowing about the grapefruit feed you? No. What would knowing about the grapefruit do for you? Well, it depends on if you wanted to know the information. It depends on how much information you wanted to know. But knowing everything about that grapefruit wouldn't do a dang thing for your body unless what? Excuse the noise. Unless you ate it. Sorry, I had a seed. Now, how much do you have to know about grapefruit to eat it? Enough to make you believe in eating it, right? So how much do you need to know about Christ paid for your sins to be saved? Enough to believe it. Now, if you're 5 years old and mommy tells you that Jesus Christ paid for my sins, and that's really important because I spilled the milk on Johnny yesterday on purpose, and that was a sin. But Jesus paid for my sins and I'm saved. The 5-year-old can't even spell Jesus. The 5-year-old is not going to understand the theological technicalities of Christ being God, man, mediator. 1 Timothy 2:5 in the Greek, no verbs. A 5-year-old can't understand that. But a 5-year-old can understand, I spilled the milk on Johnny yesterday on purpose. That was a sin. But Jesus paid for my sins, so I'm going to heaven. And that 5-year-old will go to heaven. Now let's flip the tables. Dr. So-and-so is professor at Fancy Pants University, and he can tell you every single datum of theological interest and controversy from 1517 forward. He can read the Hebrew and the Greek fluently, and in fact he knows all of the MSS, of which there are 24,000 different manuscripts. He knows them all by heart. But he doesn't believe Christ paid for his sins. He knows all about the hypostatic union. He knows all about Trinity. He knows all about the arguments that have raged since 1517. But he doesn't believe Jesus the Christ paid for his sins. So is he saved? What didn't he do? He didn't eat the grapefruit, honey. He knows all about the grapefruit, just like the Jews know all about the Old Testament and the Levitical offerings and who Messiah is, okay? But Romans 10:1-10, what is Paul explaining? They know all about the grapefruit. It's in their mouth. But they're not eating it. They're spitting it out. That's the Grapefruit Gospel. Believe means eat. And however much knowledge you need to have in order to justify, that's how much you need. So there's a difference between what you have to believe to be saved and how much information you need to justify eating the grapefruit.